Alright, another update. So, probably should have made this video when the car was turned over towards its side a little bit so you could see stuff better, but didn't think about it. So anyways, the brakes are on. They're on properly now. This spins easy, so it doesn't have a whole lot of drag. The gaps on it are good. It's still a slight more gap to the inside than the out. Here that pad still has a little bit of play. The outer one does not really. But it's sitting good enough to where I'm happy with it. It's not perfectly centered, but I don't feel like sanding on that bracket anymore. If I ever have to pull it off, I might sand it some more. Same goes for this side. A little bit of play on this outer pad or inner pad. Not really any on the outer one. So once again, fairly centered. Now, to show you where I screwed up and how I didn't notice this previously until just now when we were thinking about the suspension travel and where to mount a fuel pump. So, got my handy dandy light. So if you'll notice, that's freshly painted. So that's where your parking brake cable brackets normally go. Same thing over on this side. The way they sit, they would have hit on these trailing arms. So I had to drill those out. How in the world? I didn't think about it previously, I don't know. That was another bit of fun information that was left out of TCIs installation PDF printout. It doesn't mention that at all. You do, however, see in a picture where they don't have theirs anymore. So here these are. If anyone happens to need these, message me quick. I'll probably hang on to them for just some scrap, practice weld, something, I don't know. Maybe I can make something out of them. They'll sit up here for a little while until I get tired of them sitting there and throw them away. But if somebody needs some, message me. I can send them out to you. But anyways, that's them. Nice and pretty. And you should have noticed my fuel tank's in. And here is my my pickup slash cinder, whatever you want to call it, for my return and feed. Placed my fuel tank in so I can start getting an idea of how to mount my fuel pump. And originally I was thinking putting it hanging off this drop rail. That's not a lot of room, as you can see. And this bar right here on the bottom is going to travel up and down. And I probably need to keep clearance for it to want to sway in and out a little bit. It shouldn't, but it actually shouldn't be possible at all with this trailing arm, but you never know. But anyways, that's not a whole lot of room to play with there. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that or not. I'm gonna bring my pump out here and check it and see, because that's the most ideal place to put it. The other options would be somewhere along this side here or the other side, but then I get it where it's gonna be getting road debris hitting it or moisture hitting it, etc. It's gonna be more open to the elements out on the sides where the tires are gonna be throwing stuff. And then there's the option of somewhere up front, like, sorry for this amazing camera work, I'm trying to move around out of the car, like the back of the seat platform or underneath the rear seat area, which I still don't know if I'm gonna actually have seats in this thing in the back. But that's my other options for places to mount it. It needs to be close to the fuel tank, I know, and it needs to, it's supposed to be below the fuel tank or level with it, or as close to the feeds as possible. So the downside is with this style suspension, it limits me a lot. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. This is this sides. I have this drop. I could possibly mount some up here, but again, this is way above the fuel line. I mean, the fuel line's down here. I could do a drop rail off the side here, mount it here. But again, that's getting it where it's gonna possibly catch some road debris and shit. I don't know. And it's, like I said, it's the style pump it is, it's meant to push fuel, not pull fuel. So it needs to be as close to the tank as possible as well. Anyways, I'm calling it quits. I'm hungry. I'm going in to eat. If anyone has any ideas for fuel pump location, keep in mind it's a Holley Dominator pump, and it has the Holley style filters that are the big canister filters. They're like 2 to 3 inch diameter or round, whatever, and probably about 5 inches long. I don't know. Pretty much with the pump and the fuel filters, they eat up almost the whole length across of the fuel pump, the fuel tank, close to it. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and keep tuned for the next video update.